All right, let's talk about that feeling. You know the one. It's the hottest day of the year and poof, the AC goes silent. Or maybe it's the first real cold snap and the heater just decides it's had enough. It feels personal, right? Like it's just your bad luck, but it's not. There is a hidden war happening inside your home every single day. And today, we're going to give you the battle plan to win it.
I mean, it's a law of the universe, isn't it? Your system never breaks down on a nice, mild Tuesday. Nope. It waits until it's working its absolute hardest, when you need it the most. But here's the thing. That's not bad luck. That moment of failure, that's just the last shot fired in a long, long battle that's been raging for years.
And that, right there, is the big idea we need to wrap our heads around. Your climate control system isn't just some appliance humming away in a closet. Think of it more like a soldier on the front lines, constantly defending your comfort against a nonstop attack from the environment. So when it finally gives out, it's not that it was a piece of junk, it's that it finally lost a battle.
So, first things first, let's get to know the battlefield. We're talking about the silent war your HVAC system is fighting for you 24/7, whether you know it or not.
Every single day, your system is literally pushing back against waves of heat, suffocating humidity, brutal cold, and get this, even the ground your house is sitting on. It's this invisible struggle that causes all that wear and tear. So that sudden breakdown that ruins your day, it's almost never sudden. It's the result of years of stress from this fight.
To really get a handle on these enemy forces, we're going to zoom in on a true battlefield, Garland, Texas. Now, even if you live thousands of miles away, you need to pay attention. Because by looking at how a system survives, or, doesn't, in one of the toughest climates out there, we can see the exact same threats that are probably coming for your system too.
This quote just says it all, doesn't it? A workhorse that never rests. That's not an exaggeration. In a place like North Texas, you've got all this humidity rolling in from the Gulf of Mexico. It means your AC isn't just cooling the air, it's also ripping gallons and gallons of water out of it, day in and day out. That thing is running a marathon with no finish line in sight.
So what's this 2X all about? Well, it means that systems in this part of the country can run for 6, 7, even 8 months a year. That is literally double the national average. Think about it like this. It's like putting twice as many miles on your car as your neighbor does every year. Things are just going to wear out faster. It's the exact same story with your AC and heater.
So let's meet the three main villains of this story. First, you've got the obvious one, extreme heat and humidity. That just flat out cooks your system's components. Second, and this one is wild, is expansive clay soil. The ground itself swells up when it's wet and shrinks when it's dry, shifting your foundation and literally ripping your ductwork apart from underneath the house. And finally, you have rapid winter freezes. The temperature can just plummet out of nowhere, sending the system into shock and causing all sorts of damage.
Okay, so we know who the bad guys are on the outside, but what happens on the inside? Let's perform a little autopsy and see what actually breaks when these forces win. More often than not, the damage shows up in one of these 4 ways. Think of these as the usual suspects. They're the weak points in the armor, the places where the system's defenses finally crack under all that pressure. We're going to go through each one.
Okay, this right here is your secret decoder ring. It connects the weird thing your system is doing to the actual problem. So if your unit is making a humming sound, but the fan just won't start, ding ding ding, that's almost certainly a capacitor failure. If your AC seems to run forever but the house just won't cool down, you've probably got duct leaks thanks to that shifting soil we talked about. System just shuts down entirely on a brutally hot day, a clogged condensate drain is a likely culprit. And if you're getting warm air from the vents and you see ice on the outdoor unit, yep, that's a refrigerant leak.
See? Knowing what's wrong is half the battle. Now let's give you the weapons to actually fight back and make the right call. Welcome to the Homeowner's Rulebook. All right, get ready to meet your new best friend, the $5,000 rule. It's super simple but incredibly powerful. Here's how it works. Let's say your system is, 12 years old and you get a repair quote for $500. You just multiply the age, 12, by the cost, 500. That gives you 6,000. Because that number is over 5,000, the rule is telling you, hey, pumping more cash into this old machine is probably a bad bet. It's a signal that replacement is the smarter financial move. So, this just breaks that big decision down for you. You're probably going to lean towards a repair if your system's pretty new, the fix is cheap, and it's been a reliable unit. But you should really start thinking about a replacement if that $5,000 rule flashes a warning sign, if you feel like you and the repair tech are on a first-name basis, or, hey, if you just want a more efficient system that'll save you money on your energy bills every month.
Here is another rule that is so simple but so important. And you can go check this one literally the second this is over. Go outside and look at your big outdoor unit. Is it crowded by bushes or a fence or a bunch of junk? Your system needs to breathe. It needs at least 24 inches, 2 feet of clear space all the way around it. If it can't get enough air, you're basically choking it. You're making it work way harder, which costs you money and wears it out faster. So go clear that space. It's an easy win.
So let's put all the pieces together. How do you go from being a victim of surprise breakdowns to the master of your own home's climate? It's all about switching from a reactive panic mode to a proactive, strategic one.
Your entire battle plan comes down to these 3 things. First, you react. When something breaks, you get it fixed fast to get your comfort back. Second, you replace. You use tools like the $5,000 rule to make smart, strategic upgrades instead of just throwing good money after bad. But the most important one is the third one. You maintain. Those regular tune-ups are your frontline defense. They catch the small problems before they become huge, expensive disasters. That's how you win the war.
And if you take away just one thing today, let it be this. Anyone can call a repairman when something's broken, but when you understand why it breaks, when you understand that constant, invisible war your system is fighting for you, that's when you can start making smarter choices, getting ahead of problems, and really taking control of your home and your budget. So I'll just leave you with this question. We've shown you the battlefield, we've identified the enemies, and we've given you the rulebook. Make no mistake, your home's climate is under a constant, silent attack. Now that you know what's really going on, are you prepared to win?